My fair citizens of Sodium City, today we are going to react to the latest episode of the Command Zone's Game Nights. And if you're unfamiliar with Game Nights, it is a monthly Commander/EDH show that is very, very highly produced and very well done. I highly recommend watching these every single month. The link will be in the description below. But again, very, very amazing channel. Always recommend it. But this is something that I will probably end up doing once every month. We'll just throw up the reaction onto YouTube. But if you want to see me do this live and you want to be interactive with it, make sure to follow me over at twitch.tv/StriderStone. I do stream 5 days a week, every day except Monday and Thursday. Now, if you are unfamiliar of what Commander or EDH is, it's essentially a 4-player format for Magic the Gathering, where everyone has a 100 card deck and it's all singleton, so you can only have one of every card, and you have one card which is considered a commander that is always face up and is in what is called a command zone. Now, this command zone is really unique because you can actually just cast your commander directly from the command zone and then it's just on the board. But it is always face up and it's always going to be there, so they know exactly what card it is, when you have the mana to cast it, etc., etc. However, there's no way for them to interact with it. Your commander has to be a legendary creature or planeswalker, and every single card in your deck needs to match the colors of your commander. So if your commander is a black and red card, let's say the 5-mana Angrath, then every card in your library has to be either red or black or a combination of the two. If your commander dies or is exiled, you can actually choose to put it back in the command zone. And in this command zone, every time it gets placed back in this command zone, it increases the converted mana cost of that card by 2 colorless. So you do have to keep that in mind. If you have ways of reanimating the commander from the graveyard and it's in your hand, a lot of times it's best to just leave that in the graveyard. Or if somebody bounces it back to your hand, obviously you just cast it from your hand again. The other cool thing about Commander is that you start out with 40 HP. Now this is very, very nice because again, it is a multiplayer format. You can have anywhere between 2 to 6 players. However, it's normally played with about 4 players. At least this is how it is in the Game Nights episode that we are going to watch every single month. Let me know if you guys like these videos. I'd be really interested to see your feedback. If you like it or don't like it, let me know in the comment section below if you want to see more content like this. Again, they come out with these episodes once a month, so I would like to review it once a month. I always do it on my stream, so if you want to see it on YouTube, just let me know. And as for yesterday's comment question of the day, I asked you, do you think Dream Devourer is considered ramp? Here are your answers. Stay salty and enjoy the video. All right, you guys ready?
Aye, aye,
Game Nights. New episode. Pog. Pog.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of Game Nights.
Is that
this
too
show
loud?
is brought to you and sponsored by Wizards of the Coast.
Now, on this episode, we're going to be raising our axes and playing with the new Viking theme set called Heim. We also have some awesome guests who you might recognize. But before we get into it, we got to talk about our sponsor, cardkingdom.com/command-zone.
Just watched this earlier. It's pretty sweet. Why you gotta watch it without us, Laxus?
Anything at all. You want to get these sweet
What the
Viking
fuck?
cards, you want these awesome show.
We do this every month. We watch it on stream every month.
/command-zone. You know you're going to buy Magic cards
What the fuck?
anyway if you just use our affiliate link. When you
And knows
do,
the thing?
you're supporting this show, our podcast, extra turns, all of our content.
Just type in the link and you're already
You're the
there.
worst.
Another way you can
You're
support
the
the show
worst.
is directly at Patreon.
I'm gonna refund your sub.
We love our patrons, and that's why we give them exclusive
You sack
early
of
access
shit.
to watch this episode a day early, as well as extra turns.
Better
also get
over.
access to our
It's
Discord,
fine.
where Josh and I answer questions one-on-one with them
Do
every
it, I need
single
the
day.
$5.
We love them so much. Our community has grown so much over the years, and we love discussing.
I don't even know how to
the awesome
refund a
episodes
sub.
as well.
I don't
So
even
you
know
don't
if
wanna
it's
miss out on that discussion.
possible.
Anyone
I have
support
no
the show,
idea.
Patreon.com/command-zone.
And finally, right before we get into it, don't forget, you got to stick around to the very end of this episode because
Ooh,
as
the giveaways,
always,
chat.
Ultra Pro is giving away a lot of
BRB,
sweet
gotta refund
Kalahari
myself.
themed swag.
Kappa.
You want a chance to win that
Ooh,
stuff? Stick around.
swagging.
All right, Josh, you ready to
Swagging,
go
bud.
with it?
Let's do it.
PayPal? I think I'm Gucci. Sounds like too much work. How about I PayPal you $5 and you can pay the rest of my designer? Sounds good, right? Who are the guests? Who are the guests this month? Who do we got?
How's it, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, a chilly, a frosty, a cold episode of Game Nights.
Today on the show, we've got a returning superstar and a brand new guest that you might recognize.
Is it too
Hey,
loud?
what's up, guys? I'm Jacob Bertrand. You probably know me from Kirby Buckets or Cobra Kai. Season 3 just came
Oh.
out on Netflix. You should go check it out. But I'm
No
really
idea.
stoked to be here playing Commander on Game Nights.
Hi everybody, I'm Rachel Weeks. I'm the co-host of the Commander Sphere podcast, and I'm on a live play D&D podcast called Better Than Heroes. And I'm really excited to be back for my second episode of Game Nights.
Today we're playing with the new commanders from
Neither of them
latest set
seem new,
called-
Ratchet.
This plane is themed around Vikings. So it's about snow and ice and giants, gods, and all the coolest stuff. See what I did there? From Norse mythology.
So the Commander I built around is Koma, Cosmos Serpent.
Of course you did. Jesus
This card
Christ.
is really powerful.
Is that loud or is it
Ramp
just
move as
me?
quick as possible. Increase my token generation. And then I have a bunch of cards. that
Coma
just
with Helm in the
protect
host?
my
I didn't even think of that.
I think as long as this thing stays on the battle.
Pog.
I think I'm about to steal!
Pog. All right, hold on. I have to write that down. Okay, give me a second. That's so fucked up, chat. That's so fucked up. I like it. I like it. It's a little risque. It has a little bit of sex, but I like it. Honestly, turn it up a little. All right. Maybe it's just my headphones. Coma. 2 mythics. All right. It's deck for a later time.
Battlefield, I can just ride him to victory.
Today, I'll be
Throwing
playing
Spark
Magda,
Double.
Brazen Outlaw. This deck is all about putting a bunch of dwarves onto the battle.
What does this do? Dwarves you control get +1/+0 and becomes tapped. Why do you gotta choose, like, dick for a later time? Yeah, it's dick for a later time. Why does he gotta choose bad cards? Sacrifice 5 treasures, search your library for an artifact or
Battlefield.
dragon.
Finding a bunch of different ways to tap them down.
I haven't.
Treasures, sacrificing them using my commander's ability, and then I'll crush my opponents with some of the scariest dragons and artifacts you can imagine.
The deck I built today is Toski, Bearer of Secrets.
The fuck is a Toski?
So the
It's like the little baby toe. It's like a Toski. Can't be countered, indestructible. Text each combat. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to the
card
player.
really
draw a
wants
card.
me to go wide. So I put in a bunch of ways to make a lot of tokens really quickly. But I also thought it would be fun to have a really big indestructible squirrel. So maybe I can just Voltron and Commander
What the
damage
fuck?
my opponents out.
The deck I built today is Jorn, God of Winter.
Nobody's playing Flynn?
So the most important thing about this deck is that all my land
Or drawing attacks. Tap each snow permanent you control.
are snow lands. Which basically
Of course.
means with my commander, I can double my mana every turn. And then I have a
Kind
bunch
of,
of cards
yeah.
that are mana sinks. So I all
Blue Sun Zenith. I remember those Zenith cards. Zeniths were good. Right? I remember those being really good. Target player draws X cards, shuffle it into their line. That's pretty good. Pretty good card. Green Sun Zenith is banned in Modern. Sounds like it's probably a good card then. Oh. 2-1. Or scribe 1, then reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped. It's pretty nice.
always have ways to use
What a
all
brack.
that mana. Also, Jorn is a double face card. So if I get in a tight
What is this? Okay, play targets no permanent card from your graveyard this turn. If you do, it enters battlefield tap.
Spot, I may try and reuse some stuff out of my graveyard, but I doubt I'll be using that much because how can you turn down all that extra mana?
All right, let's battle. Let's do this.
Let's play.
All right, let's go nuts.
Let's pillage and
Sounds like I'm
plunder?
cheering for nuts. Let's go nuts.
Welcome to the table, everyone. We have a brand new guest here today. So, Rachel, would you like to do the
Blackstone's
honors?
puts -1/-1 counters on each creature. That's really nice.
Jacob,
Is it
arise.
triple black and X?
It's an honor to have you.
Or is
Welcome to
it
game night.
X and then one black?
One may stand. All right, everybody ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sweet. I'm gonna draw and start my turn. I'm gonna play Forest, and that's all I got. I will pass turn.
Okay, I will
Boom,
draw for turn.
Forest.
I will play a snow-covered mountain, and then I will tap it and play a
shit.
Wayfarer's Bauble.
What the fuck is that? Is this a bobble deck? Is this what they Forest hype? Is this what they're talking about when they talk about baubles? Oh, no, it's boggles, right? That's boggles. G's, right? When they're auras and shit, they call it a boggle deck. I don't know what that card actually is. -2 sacrifice to search other for basically a card to put onto the battlefield tab. Okay.
In a
That
mono red deck,
sounds
this is one of
horrible.
the best cards you can draw because it helps you ramp your mana. So this is a perfect turn 1 for me. Pass turn to you, Josh.
All right, I'll draw for turn.
Do you have
and
a
I will
modern bro?
play
No, I
a
don't.
snow-covered forest. And then pass turn.
I'll draw for turn. We'll play a snow-covered
Damn.
forest. And
Forest.
then I'll cast a Utopia Sprawl. I will enchant my one forest. And I will
Okay.
choose green. I think this card is super underrated. It acts as a mana dork, but it doesn't die in board wipes. I especially like it in this deck because I've got a lot of it.
Wait. Gen Force tap for mana. Its controller adds 1 mana of the chosen color. Wait, what? Whenever Enchanted Forest is tapped for mana, its controller adds 1 mana of the chosen color. It doesn't look like it makes an additional mana, though. It looks like it just turns a forest into something else. It does? Okay. Oh, in addition to the mana land, I didn't read the
Enchantments and a lot of
parentheses.
enchantment
You know, if you continue to read the card,
Draw my card for the turn. I'm gonna
It
play
makes
Forest,
more
I'm gonna
sense.
Tap 2 and play an Arcane Signet.
Oh, very nice.
And unfortunately for you guys, not for me.
You have a follow-up play?
I have a follow-up play. Oh man! All right. All right. I'm gonna tap for 1 blue and play a Mystic Remora.
Very good card.
what? Cumulative upkeep. 1 whenever target. What the fuck is cumulative upkeep? Cumulative upkeep. It's a triggered ability that imposes an increasing mana cost on a permanent. Means at the beginning of your upkeep, put an age counter on this permanent, then sacrifice the permanent unless you pay X cost for each age counter on it. So at the beginning of their next turn, they pay 1, and then 2, and then 3, then 4, whatever. The player may pay 4 to counter this effect. Wait, what? Oh. Whenever target opponent successfully casts a non-creature spell, you may draw a card.
This is great. Because
That's ridiculous.
early in the game, most people tend to play Rampant Growth and Artifacts, a lot of non-creature spells. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna draw a lot of cards.
Wow, Jacob has a great start here because he's got ramp and card draw both
But it's
on the
target
table.
opponent.
But the thing about this card is that it has a cumulative upkeep. So we'll see how long he keeps it around before he decides to get rid of it.
Who is he giving
And
it
that's
to?
all I got. So I will pass turn.
Okay, I will untap
Wait.
because he's got
Whenever target wait, who did he?
As I have a follow-up play. Oh man! All right. All right.
Who
I'm
did he
gonna tap
attach
for 1
it
blue
to?
and play a Mystic Remora.
very good.
Whenever target opponent successfully casts. Oh, sorry. I thought it was like a curse or something.
This is great because
So it's
early
just
in the game,
whenever
most
an
people
opponent-
tend to play Rampant
But you
Growth.
have to target the opponent. So if the opponent had hexproof, this would not work at all. What up, Samantha?
Growth and artifacts, a lot of non-creature spells. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna draw a lot of cards.
Wow, Jake.
No? It always works? But it says target opponent.
Jacob has a great start here because he's got ramp and card draw
You
both
just hit the
on the
straight
table.
out.
But the thing about this card is that it has a cumulative upkeep. So we'll see
You
how
don't really
long
wanna
he keeps
watch
it around
Commander
before he
games?
decides to get rid of it.
And that's
All
all
right.
I got. So
Take
I
it
will
easy,
pass turn.
Samantha.
Okay, I will untap and I will draw for turn. I will play a Great Furnace. Pretty great.
Close to the rules
And then
text,
I'll
gotcha.
Tap 2 and cast my commander, Magda, Brazen Outlaw.
Hog.
She's a 2-drop?
You bet.
Wow.
I love the fact that this commander is only 2 mana because this means that I'm gonna be able to reasonably attack someone when it comes back to my turn, start generating treasure, and get my game plan going.
That ability to
Yeah, that's
tutor out
fantastic.
an artifact or dragon directly onto the battlefield, that's pretty scary, but it costs a bunch of treasure, and plus he's probably gonna wanna use some to like cast other things. So when's he gonna have 5 of them lying around to activate Magda? I'm not really sure. Probably gonna be a little while. At least I hope so.
Okay, and that's it. I'll pass
Yeah,
to
it
you
seems
guys.
a bit early to actually
draw for
throw out the
turn,
commander.
and then
I would think you
will
want
play
to wait
the
almost
covered
until you
swamp.
have
Tap 2.
that many.
That's how you
That was a nice little
More mana.
All right, and then I will play Rhyme Tender.
additional mana.
Cool.
So this card is really good in this specific scenario.
That's nice.
For 1, it's a creature, so Jacob doesn't draw a card off that Mystic Remora. For 2, it's a snow permanent, so when my commander's in play, he'll be able to untap it. For 3, it untaps my lands for now to give me extra mana, but later in the game, maybe a creature or an artifact or something sneaky. So it's gonna be good in all phases.
And then I will pass the turn.
Okay, I'll untap and draw for turn. All right, I will play a forest, and then I will cast a Verduran Enchantress.
Oh, wait, Enchantress deck now. Okay.
Whenever you play an enchantment spell, you may draw a card. Isn't Enchantress Presence just
It's
objectively
Squirrel
better?
Enchantress. This is exactly how I want to be starting this game. Not
I
only
guess
is
if-
it a
yeah, I
creature
guess you would
spell
do
that won't
both.
trigger the Mystic Remora,
Yeah, I guess you
but
would
it
just
will
do
also
both.
start drawing me more
Commander.
cards as the game progresses. And
You ever
I will
watch
pass it
Extra
to
Turns
All right,
videos?
I'm going to untap. and then
I hear
cumulative
the
upkeep on
Extra
Mystic
Turns
Remora trigger.
videos are
So I'll
more
pay that when you
basic.
kick it around.
Don't have all the
I'm gonna
cool
go my draw
animations
step.
and shit.
I'm going to put a Breeding Pool in tapped, and then I'm going to tap 2
All right.
for a Thought Vessel.
But I haven't watched it.
I paid for the Mystic Remora because I'm really hoping that
No
someone's going to play
maximum
a
hand
non-creature.
size.
The Thought Vessel is going to be great because now
Yeah,
I
that's
have
pretty
the
nice.
maximum hand size. I
Yeah,
my
much
turn.
quicker
I'll
videos.
untap, I'll draw
Yeah,
for
the
turn.
thing
My
is-
main goal
The thing is that I don't know the older cards. I just kind of like, I wouldn't even say I just recently got into Commander because I'm still not into Commander. I don't play paper at all. But I'm like interested in the games and stuff. So
here is just to get my commander tapped. So
Yeah,
can
I
get a
just- I
treasure
don't know,
token
like,
and
any
get
of
my
the
dex
cards.
plan going. So I'm looking around the table, and I think Rachel is the safest attack.
and that's
All
why
right,
I
I'm gonna
just
go
do
to
these
combat,
ones.
And I'll swing at you, Rachel, with Magda Brazen Outlaw.
Damn, get a treasure.
Magda attacks, it taps,
Easy.
trigger itself, so I'll create a treasure token.
Sweet.
Well, I'd like to keep
Do you
my
watch-
Enchantress around, so
Do you
I
watch
will
Commander
take the
Verse?
2.
I don't.
And that's commander damage, right?
Yes.
And I will go
This
to
is-
38.
And
This
then
is
I'm going
the
to tap
only.
two.
This is the only Magic the Gathering content I consume on YouTube. Outside of watching my own videos to make sure that they're good for public consumption. Like verifying that the videos are properly edited and shit. It's that and this. That's basically all I have time for.
And sacrifice your treasure. And I will cast Jessica's Will.
Oh yeah, that's good.
This is one of my favorite cards from this year in
What's
Magic.
my best
now, it's
one?
so
I don't
early in
have
the
any
game,
MTG
players have
cards,
Big hand sizes,
so
they
none
add a
of
lot
them.
of mana.
Maybe a
Play some
swamp.
extra
I might have a
spells.
swamp
the
laying
value
around.
here is undeniable.
Idea.
I'm so excited to get this going.
My Mystic Remora is going to trigger. Would you like to pay 4 mana?
Absolutely not.
All right, I'm going to draw my card.
Josh, how many cards do you have in your
1,
hand?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so I'm going to add red for each card in target opponent's hand. Josh, you have 6.
Yep.
So I'll add 6 red mana,
Jeez.
and then
No, wait. I didn't even read this. Choose one. If you control a commander, as you cast a spell, you may choose both. Add 1 red for each card in an opponent's hand. It's kind of nice. Exile top 3 cards of the other way. You may play. Holy
And
shit.
I'm going to exile the top 3 cards of my
3
library and play them
mana?
this turn.
Goddamn.
That's a lot of value early in this game. Now it kind of all depends on.
Yeah,
what
that's
the
a
top 3
lot
cards
of
his
fucking
library
value.
are. I hope it's not too bad.
So I will exile the top 3 cards of my library.
So we got a fetch land, a 7 dwarves, and a vault robber.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna start by just playing all 3 of those cards from Jessica's Will.
Yeah.
Arid Mesa will be my land for turn, and I'll use 4 of the 6 mana I have floating to cast Vault Robber and 7 dwarves.
Holy
That's still
crap,
nice.
Jessica's Will. I've been
So
talking it up.
Oh, good.
So good.
Holy cow.
So
that card's
this
ridiculous.
is everything that Jimmy wanted off of this card. He gets a land, he gets 2 creatures that he can cast with the mana, and he has extra mana. This is a hell of a start for a mono red Doors deck.
And then I will use the final 2 mana floating.
It's commander card. I know.
Treasure Map.
But it's still ridiculous. Yeah, treasure map. Let's go.
Come on.
This card has a ton of synergy in my deck. First, you can scry with it, which is some card advantage. And when it flips over, it turns into a land. So that means you're ramping, and then you could sacrifice the treasures to draw cards.
That's what it's
so
all
this
about.
turn couldn't have gone any better. Look at my board state. I'm feeling great right now.
And that'll trigger my Mystic Remora. Would you like to pay?
I cannot pay, so you can draw a card.
Sweet.
All right, that's gonna do it for me. So
We
I'll
need some
pass turn
ruinous
to you.
ultimatum up in
I
here.
will untap and I will drop. I am going to.
Wait, is
play
Ruinous Ultimatum
another Snow-Covered
target?
Forest, and then I will.
Or is
tap
it just
3,
everything?
And I'll play Jorn, God of Winter.
Yikes.
So my commander's here. He's really, really awesome. I'm excited to get him out early because he has to attack to do his thing. And all my lands are.
You lost 4 mana. You didn't have to pay for the first 2 creatures. Wait, why? You add 6 mana. You add 6 mana. You exile top 3, and you can play them, which means you have to pay the mana for them. Yeah, you don't play them without paying their mana cost. That would be ridiculous. 3 mana, exile top 3 cards of your library, play them without paying their mana cost. What the fuck kind of bullshit would that be? The fuck kind of bullshit would that be?
Snow lands. So that means I'm gonna double
What
my
the
mana.
fuck kind of
basically
bullshit would
every
that be?
turn. But I also have some creatures and artifacts that are snow permanents, so I can get
It's a
tricky with
Genesis
stuff later
Ultimatum on
I'm really excited
crack.
to start untapping all my permanents.
And that's all I'm gonna do. Rachel, you're up.
Okay, I will untap and draw for turn. And then I think you've drawn enough off of your Remora. I will pay for and I will cast
3 missions.
Secrets.
Nice.
So cute.
Dude,
This is
everyone,
exactly when I want to
everyone has
recast
their
my
commander out.
A little bit early.
Except
so I can
for
start
what's his
casting
face?
some auras, make it big, and draw some cards.
3 out of the 4 players now have their commanders on the table. Jacob is ramping like a madman. This game is about to get spicy.
That's all I've got, so I'll pass to you, Jacob.
All right, I'm gonna go to my untap, and on upkeep, I will let my Mystic Remora die.
Really?
Don't want to pay that upkeep, huh?
No, I have something very spicy I want to play.
Uh-oh.
I will draw. All right, I'm gonna tap for 4 and 2 blue, and I'm gonna play Consecrated Sphinx.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Even
I
I
like the
remember this
Mystic Remora.
fucking card. Fuck this card. I hate this
Because
card.
this Consecrated Sphinx is gonna draw me a lot of cards.
Fuck
and
this
with the Thought
card.
Vessel,
Fuck that
I
card.
don't have to discard. I think everyone knows that this is an amazing card and it is a lightning rod for remove spells, but I'm hoping to politic my way out of it. And I'll say, I'll make you guys a deal. I'll give you firm handshakes after this if you don't kill it first.
Firm handshake.
Firm handshakes.
Well, that's quite an incentive.
Yeah.
I have nothing to offer currently.
Good
yeah.
old handshake.
We'll give you an
Consecrated
autograph.
Sphinx is always a problem on a board.
Kuma
but
makes 4
this
turns
one's
each, or 4
particularly
tokens
bad
each
because
cycle.
it's gonna
Yeah, that's
smooth
fucking
everything
insane.
out for the rest of the
Kuma
game.
is bonkers in multiplayer. Yeah, and
after
Kuma
that,
fucking
I will
that.
pass
What's
my
his
turn.
face? He has Helm of the Host in it too, which is even better.
Going to 39. I'm gonna search my library for a snow-covered mountain and put it onto the battlefield. And then I'm gonna use that mana to tap my treasure map and scry 1.
Sweet.
I'll keep it on top.
Who
And
wouldn't
that will add
want?
1 landmark.
Who wouldn't want even
That must
more?
be good. I hope it kills a
Yeah,
Consecrated
that's
Sphinx.
true. Has anyone
I'm going
built
to untap
like
my
good
turn,
Coma
and draw my
commander
card.
decks?
Discard
Like
that card.
somebody.
And because you drew
Is there a
card, I
tier list
Consecrated
for
Sphinx
commander
will trigger,
decks?
And I will draw 2 cards.
I'm sure there is somewhere.
Oh no.
Okay, I will play a land for turn. And then I'm gonna go to combat.
All right.
So
And
obscene.
Rachel, again, you are the best target to attack, so I will swing a Vault Robber and a 7 Dwarves at you.
There's a power
They're
scale.
both +1/+0 because of my commander.
I don't know what that means.
And because 2 Dwarves became tapped, my commander will trigger, and I'll make 2
Tokens.
treasure tokens.
It's up to 3 now.
I understand why Jimmy attacks me here. I'm the only one that doesn't have blockers that can kill his creatures, but luckily I have an Indestructisquirrel to protect me. Okay, I will block the 7 dwarves with Toasty.
DH, right? There's a few
But
less.
he's indestructible, so he doesn't die. And I will have to take 2 and go to 36. Ouch.
All right, and then in my second main phase, I'm going to tap 3 mana and cast Gadrick, the Crown Scourge.
Oh, yikes.
This is a card that's gonna stabilize me really well against the rest of the board. It's a
So you have 4 more
big
effects,
threat in the
which
air, and not
he
to mention,
has
I can
right now.
definitely attack with it because I'm making
Your
treasures
instant
every
create
single
treasure token for each
Plus, if anyone
non-token
messes with my board, I get a bunch
creature.
of treasures off of his triggered ability. That is gonna do it for my turn. I'll pass to you, Josh.
Oof.
You know, Jimmy did some stuff, but I think the main thing is that my Consecrated Sphinx made it through another turn, and I get to draw more cards.
I am going to untap, and I will draw.
And when you draw, I will draw 2 cards from Consecrated Sphinx.
Yes, you will.
Awful.
Yeah, right now
All right,
that's
I'm gonna
a
play
6
Smoke
mana
Over
draw 4
Forest,
cards.
And then I'm going to tap 2, and I'll play a Rampant Growth,
Okay.
and I will find a snow-covered island.
Rampant Growth, I believe I played in my Sliver Queen deck. Were those around at the same time? I'm pretty sure they were, right?
And put that into play tapped.
It looks so familiar.
How much do I care about that Consecrated Sphinx?
Not that much.
It feels like a lot.
Not that much.
Yeah.
It's really
Not that
disappointing
much.
that Jimmy wasn't able to deal with the Consecrated Sphinx. I can't let that thing stick around. I have to get rid of it. But hopefully I can garner some goodwill, though, if I sort of do the table a favor here.
It feels really bad not to advance my board, but I think I gotta get rid of it.
I won't mess with you, you know. I'll give you a little bit of like,
I won't mess with
attack,
you.
attack
That
immunity.
firm handshake is still on the table.
I don't even know what that means.
Look, Josh is saying he can deal with that Consecrated Sphinx. By all means, please do. I have
Fruit
no answers.
Sliver
I don't
equals
know if
the
Rachel does
bomb.
either. And if this thing keeps going, we're in a lot
Dude,
of
I
trouble.
miss all my Sliver decks.
Then I will go to combat, and I will swing Jorn, God of Winter, at you, Rachel. And on that attack, Jorn will trigger. In response to that trigger, I'm gonna tap the Rhine Tender, untap the Snow-Covered Island, tap the Snow-Covered Island, and float a blue.
Okay.
Now the Jorn trigger will resolve. I will untap all my snow permanents.
It's like a Seaboard music right now.
And then before blockers, I will add a green to that blue I have floating, and I will flash in Ice Fang Coatl.
That does not destroy a Consecrated
Don't worry,
Sphinx.
don't worry. I will draw the card
Draw a card. It's Death Touch as long as you control these
because
three.
it enters the
Okay.
battlefield.
Oh my gosh.
This is not really how you want to play this card. It's got Flash and Death Touch, so you'd rather surprise your opponent with it. But
Yeah.
I need the rest of my mana to deal with that Consecrated Sphinx, so I just got to play it now and draw the card.
Consecrated Sphinx.
Do you have any desire to get into EDH or paper? Paper, no, but like EDH, probably, yeah. I don't think I really want to move out of Arena too much. So once they put in like 4-player commander or something like that within Arena, then it would be good. I thought about doing some stuff with the free applications that they have where people can do commander and things like that. Yeah, like there's Cockatrice, there's something else that does it. But they don't look very good. They don't look like pleasing to the eye, so it kind of sucks. It just doesn't seem like it would be very good to stream. But I thought about like, you know, dedicating maybe a day, a month or something to just playing with viewers, stuff like that. It would be interesting.
We'll trigger off of that. I still get to draw 2 cards.
Okay, 6 mana, draw 6, pretty good.
Still good.
What? Josh is drawing more cards and triggering Consecrated Sphinx? I thought he said he could take care of it, not help him.
Now we are in declare blockers.
Okay. I will once again block with my Indestructisquirrel, Toski.
So Jorn just bounces off.
Yeah.
Okay. Then post combat, I'll tap 4, and I will play an Amphim Mutineer.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a good card.
When it ETBs, I can exile up to 1 target non-salamander creature.
Oh, that sucks, because like the card text says Sphinx, but it is a salad.
It's been horrible.
It's been errated. It's been errated action. That's wild. Consecrated salamander.
This is another tough call.
Wait, what?
I hate using this card right now. I'd rather save it because it exiles for one of the indestructible commanders. However, that Consecrated Sphinx, it's just too much value. I gotta get rid of it right now.
So Sphinx goes away.
CH is not fun when you plan to play casual.
You get a 4/3 salamander though.
Sweet.
Come on.
The good news is that Encore ability, so I can still hopefully use it against those commanders later in the game.
CEDH
do, so
competitive
I'll pass the turn.
EDH?
Okay. I will untap.
Is that what they mean? I don't
and
know that
draw for turn.
abbreviation.
We'll play a snow-covered forest as my land for turn, and then I'm going to cast a call time card, In Search of Greatness.
Damn.
Which also has a squirrel on it.
And it's an enchantment.
So that triggers my Verdurn Enchantress.
That could be bad.
And I will draw a card.
Ooh, this
could be
card
really
looks
bad.
really scary. That means Rachel can now be casting stuff for free every single turn. This is really bad news.
Yeah,
This
that's
is a
really
new
bad.
card from Call Time. I think it has a very high upside, but the floor is okay too. I'm perfectly happy if this just scries a card every turn. And then I will cast Blanchwood Armor on my Toski.
Toasty.
Toasty, toasty.
So he is a 5/5.
Pretty good.
It also triggers my Verdurn Enchantress, so I will draw
Quite a
another
bit.
card.
Nice.
So now we're starting to see my
gotta
squirrel
kill
get
that
a
fucking
little
Enchantress.
bit bigger and a little bit tougher to block.
8th edition has some cool shit
I'm
for
hoping
green.
to get
Yeah.
some real damage in this turn. Toski has to attack. I will.
I remember,
go to combat,
I think the
and I will send Toski at
First
you,
time I did
I'm gonna
good
throw my
at a
salamander
tournament
while you're
was
doing
Invasion or 7th
Alright, so
edition.
salamander
Whatever
dies.
one came
Guys,
first.
to Indestructor Squirrel.
Jacob. That's all I have. I will pass the turn to you, Jacob.
And I will untap and I will draw. I'll play
I don't remember
turn.
which one was first.
And I will tap out. All
I did good at both
for
those
my
tournaments, the
commander.
pre-releases,
Coma the Cosmos
but-
Serpent.
Goddamn coma.
Wow.
Jeez.
This
That's-
card, it does
that's
everything.
horrifying.
It makes tokens, it can tap people's stuff down, and it protects itself.
That's
What more
so
can you
fucked
ask
up.
for?
So this card is a huge problem.
People
for my
forget
deck.
that this
I have
taps.
built a
I think that's a
Squirreltron deck, and
big
you can
upside.
just
I think
sack a
everyone
serpent
forgets about that,
tap
and it's
down my
like,
commander.
it's
I have
so
to figure out how
powerful.
to deal with this serpent and fast.
It's easy to miss the fact that this makes a token every player's turn, not just Jacob. So he's gonna get 4 of these coma coils every rotation of the table. That's 12 power every single turn cycle.
Remember, force
And
tap
then
for
I'll
mana,
pass
its
my
controller
Okay,
adds an
at the
additional
end of your
green.
turn,
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
Tap 1
It's
and
obscene.
scry with the treasure map. That's gonna put another landmark counter on it. I will keep that at the top of my library. All right, I will untap.
And on your upkeep, Coma will trigger, and I will get a 3/3 Serpent.
Oh no.
That's bad.
I'm gonna kick things off by tapping a red and casting Faithless Looting.
Scry.
Oh, okay.
So I'll draw 2 and then discard 2.
Ooh, you didn't
Okay, I'm gonna
scry
discard
before
a
that?
Steel Hellkite and a 7 Dwarves. I'm going to tap 2 and play another 7 Dwarves. So because I control 2 7 Dwarves, they're now both 3/3s.
But they're actually 4/3s because of Magda, right?
Off to work we go.
There aren't a lot of dwarves in Magic's history, but you have to play the 7 dwarves. I mean, you can play all 7 of them. Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna go to combat, and I will swing 1 7 dwarves
all
at you,
7 of
Rachel,
them.
and
Yep.
Gadrick at you, Jake.
I have 3 of those in mono green deck that I have floating somewhere.
5.
Said I couldn't find the 4th.
And I don't want to lose my Enchantress, so I will take 4
Meh.
and go to 32.
And when that dwarf taps, I make another treasure token because of my commander.
Uh-oh.
Is that
And
5?
then on my main phase, I'm
yeah.
also going to tap
Crack
1
the
more
treasure.
and scry
There
one
you
last
go.
time with my treasure map.
Okay.
Keep that on
Boom.
top. And because treasure map now has 3 landmark counters on it, it's going to
Flip
trigger,
that shit.
and it will become treasure code.
What are we doing? We are watching Command Zone. Once a month, these people come out with a highly edited version of a commander game that they
There'll be
do,
3 treasure tokens.
which is pretty cool.
Come on.
Oh, this is
Jimmy
gonna be
has 5
bad.
treasures now, which means he can activate his commander's ability at any time. And that's really
Yeah, only
scary,
350 to
but,
get another one.
You know, with my commander online now, I can just tap down whatever threat.
It's like
he puts
one
on the
cheap
battlefield,
lap
so
dance.
I'm not feeling too bad.
So I'm
All the butts you can
still
handle,
not the
Brack.
threat here, so I'm not as worried about what Jimmy's gonna pull
do you
out
mean
of
not
his
a threat?
library. Honestly, I'm hoping he can tutor something out of his deck to handle the big problem on the board.
It's
which is
search for anything.
Okay, that's gonna do
God
it for
Pharaoh
me, so I'll
statue,
pass
go.
turn to you, Josh.
Cool.
Okay.
Go, go, God Pharaoh statue.
Untap.
In your upkeep, Coma will trigger, and I will get another Coma
Where's
Squirrel.
Big Titty Girl? Underneath my table.
I will draw. And then I'm gonna go to combat. Rachel, I feel really bad.
That's okay.
Deal with
I will
it.
swing Jorn at Rachel. Attack trigger on Jorn. In response to the trigger, I will tap all my mana producers. So I have 7 mana, including 2 blue, and I will cast Pull from Tomorrow. X is equal to 5. So I'm gonna draw 5 cards and then discard 1. So I'll effectively end up 4 cards.
Okay. Feels so mean.
To counter it,
Is it worth it?
So with my draw spell on the stack, Jacob starts making
Yes.
noises, starts hinting like he's got a counter spell. And all his mana is tapped, so it's gonna be one of those ones that costs 0 mana. This is a little annoying, but maybe I can talk him into letting my spell resolve. If you do it, I'll get you back.
Because my lands are gonna untap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would only counter something that kills Koma at this point.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just worried about what he's gonna draw. If he's gonna do something, I'd rather him do it now than, because if he holds it over my head forever, then I'm not gonna do stuff.
But you won't have it to protect your guy.
Jeez.
I am all for this being countered because 1, he can't counter something that I'm doing, and 2, giving Josh Lee Kwai 5 cards, you may as well just give up the game. Welcome to game nights. Shut Josh Lee Kwai down.
This is so scary. I think I need to save my counterspell for something more important. Him drawing cards isn't the biggest deal. I'd rather protect my commander.
It isn't
yet. I decided
yet.
to just let Josh draw the cards. I really hope this doesn't come back to bite me. All right?
It happens?
It happens.
Okay. So draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's like, I have a counter spell. Let me just show you what's in my hand.
Snow-covered forest. Okay.
Can I come over and play commander with you straight out? I don't have cards.
So my snow permanents
I
will
cannot pay for magic cards. I would spend way
Alright,
too
then we'll
much
go to
money
box,
on
right?
it. I would spend
I have
way
no blocks.
too
I will
much
have to
money
take
on it.
3. And I will go to 29.
And that's commander
Attempted your
damage. Not
troop
that it will
challenge.
Okay.
13
and
wins,
then-
25 matches,
So
5
now
loss,
that I know
turn 2
Jacob has
trickery.
that counter spell in hand,
A
I
troop
don't really want
challenge.
to run anything into it. Maybe somebody else will cast something he wants to counter.
Oh,
or I
my
can
troll
bait it out in
challenge?
some other way. So I'm just gonna leave my man up, pass my.
It's gonna have to wait for metal challenge or a metal change. Yeah, I don't know. There's too many things.
My turn and pick my spot.
Okay, I will untap.
And during your upkeep, Coma will trigger, and I will get
I don't even know
another
enough
foil.
cards to even
Yikes.
begin to be like, oh
And
yes,
In
let
Search
me
of
do.
Greatness will trigger.
I'm gonna build this
I
deck.
do not have a 5 CMC permanent in my hand, so instead I will scry.
It has to be exactly 5?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
I
your
read that
high
wrong. I
CMC
thought it could
plus
be,
one.
I thought it could be or less.
No.
Yeah.
And I will put that on the bottom. Okay, I will draw for turn. All right. First, I'm gonna cast a Fentorn Elves.
Very nice.
Okay, more mana.
So my life total keeps going down and
27
down, just
EDH
because
decks?
I'm the only one who doesn't have a significant blocker right now. I need
Jesus
to get some
Christ.
blockers up fast,
Still
or
doing Mesa?
I'm just gonna
I
get
play some games with you?
accidentally killed here.
That's tight.
And then I'm gonna cast King Harold's Revenge. And
Find
I'll
a commander you
target
want to
Toski.
play.
That's
Check out
So how big is it?
EDH
Toski's a
Rec.
9/9.
Yikes.
So at
I
this
mean,
point, I'm feeling a
I don't even
long
have
way behind.
time
I'm trying to get my Squirrel Trample
to
just
do
to
that.
push through on one of these boards to
Bring
draw
pizza and
extra
beer.
card.
That'd be
All
sweet.
right, I will move to combat.
Okay, before combat. So I'm looking around the board, and it's seeming like Rachel's gonna attack Jimmy here, and I think this is an opportunity for me to make an ally. Jimmy.
Yes.
Based on board state, I think it's gonna go at you. I will sack a coil and tap it down. If, we can kind of be friends and, some favors are involved.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can. How about this? The
Starting in
terms of our
2000, you still have all your
friendship, we're
cards?
Still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not gonna be a win the game favor.
Yes.
But it's gonna be a moderate
Favor.
Come on.
Just seeing Jacob's board state, Jacob has ramped out, he's played a really powerful commander and drawn a bunch of cards. I think he's the scariest player at the table, so if he wants to be my friend, amazing. I'm all for it.
So it looks like the 2 most threatening players just made a deal, and that deal involves me not attacking with my squirrel or drawing a card. And all Jacob needs to do to shut that down is sack a token that he's making one of every upkeep.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I will sack a coil,
Yeah, it's brutal.
tap down Toski.
Okay, my sweet
Regret
squirrel
selling all my shit
cannot
when I
do
was
the
11.
One thing he was born
I think
to
I've
do.
given all my
So
cards
sorry.
away to my friend that
Rachel,
got me into
I feel
magic.
really bad, so I just
I
won't
think I've done it
attack
like
you.
3 times.
This sucks because that only leaves me. He's friends with you.
I'm actually not sure. I think I gave it to him, but I don't know. Maybe I sold
to
him.
attack to
But
untap
probably
my
in
stuff.
like bulk.
If he just taps it down,
I
before
definitely didn't
combat,
sell
I
him, like,
can't
card
do
by
that.
card.
So that cuts my mana production in half. This
But I
sucks.
had like a
I will
play set
pass
of
turn
Sliver
to you,
Queens. I
All right,
had.
I will.
I mean, I had
untap,
full-on Sliver
and on
deck.
my upkeep, Coma will trigger, and I will get
had-
a coil.
I don't know. I had a
will draw
bunch
my
of
card.
shit. I had a lot of
All right,
limited
I think we're all in
edition
agreement
stuff and
that, Coma's the
like
coolest commander
foil
here.
shit. Because I'm an
That's
idiot,
better.
you know. I'm one of those people that took like a 20 card deck and just foiled everything out and put all limited edition shit in it to turn it into, a $700 deck for absolutely no reason. That was the type of stupid shit I did. That's why I can't do paper.
Then one Coma, but two Comas.
Yes! No.
Sakashima of 1,000 Faces.
What? 4 mana, 3/1. Enter the battlefield as a copy of another creature. Legend rule doesn't apply.
Oh, wow.
So it's
This
basically
card
Spark
is
Double.
likely going to become a copy of Coma, and because of
Try
Sakashima's
Tabletop
text,
Simulator for EDH
the
nights.
legendary rule
Yeah, I
doesn't
know.
apply to his board.
should.
If this happens, he's going to get so much value every upkeep, and then we're definitely in big trouble.
We
Looking
should do an
back, I'm
EDH
pretty
night.
glad you wanted to be my friend.
I really don't want there to be 2 Comas on the battlefield. However, I can't afford to stop it because I'm pretty sure Jimmy's gonna come at me with whatever he gets off of Magda's ability, which could be any dragon or artifact in his entire deck. But what Jacob doesn't know is I'm not gonna
Aside
stop
from
Sakashima
basics,
anyway,
card is premium
so I might as well
version.
try and get some goodwill with
It
him.
has to be.
All right,
Yeah.
I just want to make a deal with you.
Yes.
What I do won't touch you, but I want to defend myself over here, so I'll let that happen and not.
I mean,
end this fight.
me and Jimmy are friends.
Yeah, but you don't have to defend him against everything, right? I'm
Yes,
not gonna
yes.
try and like make it so he can't play the game. I just don't want to like take a gajillion damage from a
No,
blight
no.
steal.
You know what, Josh Lee Kwai? You can defend yourself.
Thank you.
And I am.
You won't interfere.
I will not interfere.
Okay, then that can happen.
So Sakashima will come in, and it will copy Coma.
Oh my gosh. Release the coils.
Now I have
Jesus
more protection
Christ.
and more ways to tap down
That's
everybody's
brutal.
stuff. I'm feeling
2
really
Comas.
good.
So now Jacob is getting 2 3/3 serpents every single upkeep. And it's not just
and
the
they
fact
can-
that the serpents are
oh,
creatures
and they
that
can
can
give them
attack.
all
You can also
indestructible and
sacrifice them
shit.
to tap our stuff down.
That
This is
sucks.
just really scary.
All right, I'm sorry, Rachel, but I will be swinging 2 Coma's coils at you because my 3rd one has summoning sickness.
Yeah, I can't find a blocker, so I will be taking 6. And I will go to 23.
And I will tap 2 for a
Guru lands are
foretell
sweet. Yeah. Aren't the
Oh.
A secret?
card.
fancy?
So we don't know what that is. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Foretell is a new mechanic from Called
Aren't
Time.
the
and you pay a
unglued
little
lands
bit extra
super
up front,
expensive?
and so it's a lot cheaper later.
I'm not sure if they
And
still
no
are.
one knows what it is. It could be anything. Pass my turn to you, friend.
Okay, thanks, friend.
Friend?
At the end of your turn, I'm going to activate Magda's ability.
Oh
Sacrificing
shit.
5 treasures.
Is it
search
ever?
for it.
Is it ever worth it to get an artifact out of this over a dragon?
Artifact or dragon card, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle my library.
Wow.
All right, this is it. The moment
Unglued were
I've
printed
been
in
waiting
Double
for.
Masters
It's
VIP?
time to bring
That's
out
lame.
The biggest, scariest, baddest thing from my deck onto the battlefield for free.
Oh.
Sacrificing
Anyway.
5 treasures.
Skipping through theirs. All right, what does it
Search
get?
for an artifact or dragon card, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle my library.
Wow.
All right, so here we go. Jimmy is gonna tutor into his deck for his scariest thing, and I definitely can't let that happen because I'm like 90% sure that it'll be coming at me.
How bad is this gonna be?
Yeah, I don't know what's in this deck.
Can you counter it?
In response,
Oh no!
I'm gonna tap 6.
What?
And I'm gonna play Sublime Epiphany.
Oh shit! That's so fucked
So
up.
I'm gonna counter target activated ability.
Oh,
Magda.
all
So
that
I'm gonna
work. All that work.
Come on.
I'm gonna return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, which will be my
Coma?
Ice Fang Coatl.
Oh no.
I'm going to create a token that's a copy of target creature, which will be my Anthem Mutineer. And then I'm gonna drop.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh no.
This card's gonna be awesome. I get to make a copy of one of my creatures, draw a
That's
card,
fucked.
bounce a permanent of my own that I can use later. I would really like to bounce one of Jacob's Comas, but I
Yeah,
promised that
I would've-
whatever I was doing to defend myself wouldn't affect him in any
Oh, that's
way.
true.
So I don't want to break that deal because then all of a sudden he
I
can
would've.
counterspell what I'm doing, which we cannot let happen.
I thought Josh was just gonna stop the ability from happening. I didn't know he was gonna copy stuff and bounce stuff. At this point, I'm kind of wishing I didn't make that deal.
Oh no!
Break it.
This
Break the
spell
deal.
counters activated
Break the deal.
abilities.
Break the deal.
This would be terrible, but
Break it.
I happen to have an answer in my hand.
Tybalt's trickery?
In response,
No way.
I'm going to sacrifice a treasure for 1 mana
Okay.
and activate my Vault Robber. So I'm going to go to my graveyard and exile my 7 dwarves.
What?
Okay, so Jimmy activating this card in response to
I know,
my
break the
Sublime
deal.
Epiphany. Uh-oh, it's making me a little nervous here. He doesn't seem like someone who's downtrodden or worried.
I would do that. I would be the
seems kinda
biggest
confident. I think
douche.
Something bad is coming.
Break
But
every
before that
deal.
ability resolves, Magda is also going to trigger, creating another treasure token.
All right.
So Vault Robber's ability is still on the stack. I'm then going to cast Deflecting Swat. Targeting
Control commander. You may cast a spell without paying its mana cost if you choose new targets for the
your
spell or
Sublime
ability.
Epiphany.
So good.
I love this card. You can cast it for
That's
0
so
mana if you
fucked
control
up.
your commander. And not only that, but I'm going to turn Josh's sweet spell against
That's
him.
so fucked
I
up.
can't change the controller of the spell, but I can mess with the targets. I'm going to counter the activated ability of the Vault Robber.
Wow. Okay, yep.
I'm going to
Damn.
create a token copy of Jorn, God of Winter. And then, Josh, if you promise not to use it against me, I'll return your Amphi-Mutineer back to your hands.
This is interesting. Am I still gonna be alive?
I'm not gonna kill you.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Because why not?
all right, and then I'll draw a card.
So I kind of made this deal not to mess with what Josh was gonna do, but Jimmy's already kind of messed with it, so maybe he'll be open to me kind of butting in here. Okay, hold on. Jimmy, I like the targets you selected, but I think I have some better ones.
Oh no.
I'm gonna play Narset's Reversal. I'm gonna target your Sublime Epiphany.
Oh my god. So, you create a copy of Sublime Epiphany.
Yes.
What the
And
fuck
now
is
you get to choose
happening?
targets for your Sublime Epiphany.
I'm gonna target Magda's ability.
Okay, and then you need to return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand.
With that, I'll target Jorn. Of course,
Okay.
I'm gonna target myself to draw the card.
And then you get to create a
Wait,
token
I thought they were friends though. They were supposed to be friends.
that's a copy of target creature you control.
Oh no.
I'm going to create a copy of Sakashima of 1,000 Faces, which will copy Coma.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
so you have a third coma?
I have a third Coma.
This is
Oh
so
my
I have no
god.
effects.
I have nothing.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Coma is already the most powerful card against my deck, and now there are 3 of them. So the good news is now Josh has the Sublime Epiphany back in his hand. Maybe we can figure this Coma problem out.
All right, so this is a little bit complicated. Let me walk you through what's going on. So when Jacob sends my Sublime Epiphany back to my hand, that fizzles
What are you
Jimmy's
gonna do about
deflected
this
swamp.
now? No one's running
So all
black.
those
How do you
previous
exile that
targets, They
shit?
just don't matter anymore. I guess what I wanted all along was Megda's ability to be countered, and somehow that happened, so mission accomplished, I guess?
Then Vault Robber still gets to trigger.
Right.
How priorities work in Commander though? Does it run clockwise?
The
I
worst
think it's-
consolation prize ever.
That's actually a good point. It had, yeah, actually I don't know. Because if some person says, hey, I want to do something, it's turn order. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is based off turn order. Whatever the turn order may be.
Okay, I will
interesting.
untap.
During your
I never thought about
upkeep,
that. That's a good question,
I
Sam.
have 3
Makes
Coma
sense.
triggers and create 3 Coma.
That's so obscene. Sacrifice all 3 of those and tap
And
his
then I will
lands.
draw my card for the
Tap
turn.
his
Listen, I would normally
lands.
say this, but you should attack me so that I can block with this thing, because I can encore it out and get rid of our little...
Oh, because it's
No,
3? Okay.
tap it, tap it, tap it,
three.
tap
You
it,
exile
tap
3
it,
permanents.
tap it,
You know, not necessarily
tap it,
everything, just
tap it,
enough-
tap it,
until that.
tap it,
Okay, I'm gonna go to
tap
combat.
it.
So I
Tap
actually
it.
want Jimmy to
Tap
attack
it.
me here. That way I can block with my Amphi-Mutineer. Once it's in the graveyard,
Come
I
on.
can activate the Encore
You have
ability
Coma.
on my turn.
You gotta
which means I
know.
can exile
Most
3
people don't
things.
know the tapping
This is
ability.
the perfect answer because it's unlikely that Jacob's free
Break
counter
the
spell
deal.
can
Break
counter
the
an
deal.
ability like Encore.
All right.
Josh, I'm gonna swing at you with 2 of my 7 dwarves,
Okay.
and Jacob, I will swing Gadrick at you for 5.
Okay, before blocks, I'm gonna activate Coma's ability.
Let's go.
I'll sack a coil. And I'm gonna tap down the Amphi-Mutineer.
Got him. Got him.
So I cannot block.
It feels weird keeping Josh's creature alive, but it's what I have to do. If I can keep these 3 Comas on the battlefield for a little while longer, I don't
100%
see
see you playing Zozu
take
land
8.
destruction. I don't know what that is, but
I still don't have any flyers,
sounds
so I'll take 5.
sounds horrific.
Ugh, ouch.
And because 2 dwarves were tapped, I'm gonna make 2 more treasure tokens.
So now at this point, it feels like Jacob has this game on lock. He has all the answers. Maybe it's because he had a consecrated Sphinx, or was it the Mystic Remora? I don't know, I guess drawing cards is good.
And then
Drawing
I'll
cards
cast
is usually
Chaos
good.
Warp,
I like
targeting
how she hasn't
Sakashima,
done
which is-
fucking shit all game.
Okay, in response, Fierce Guardianship.
Oh, yeah, that gets countered.
All right, I'm actually happy that Jacob
They can't do shit about it. Legendary creature, Goblin Warrior 2/2. Whenever a land enters battlefield, Zozu the Punisher deals 2 damage to that land's controller. Interesting.
used his counterspell here because that's gonna open the door for my Sublime Epiphany, which you remember he bounced back to my hand. That means on my turn, when I cast it, I can bounce the token copy of Coma, that gets rid of that, and copy my Anthem Mutineer to exile the Sakashima. So there's a line at the tunnel. I think
you
we can
can
get this
keep
under
your
control.
lands
Okay,
tapped.
I'm going to tap 1, 2, and sacrifice a treasure for red, and then cast Wheel of Fortune.
Ooh.
Wait.
I have 1 card. I think it's better if we just draw.
Both
Handle
players?
2 of them if
Now, Wheel of Fortune, when it says both players, does that mean all players, I assume? When it's in Commander? Okay.
Yeah, he's
Untap.
possibly able to
Yeah,
swap
you
it.
still might be my friend.
So this is like the worst Wheel of Fortune I can think of. I have an answer to 2 Comas in my hand with that Sublime Epiphany, and now I'm gonna have to discard it? Jimmy, why?
I only have 2 cards left in my hand. I'm gonna have to refuel if I'm ever gonna draw anything that deals with his board. So I've gotta fire this off.
I have a response.
Again?
To the wheel?
And all these 0 mana plays. Okay.
I'm gonna pay 2 life. I'll cast Noxious Revival.
Come on.
Now we'll target the Fierce Guardianship and put that on top of my library.
This is going so
Oh
badly.
my
now
god,
with
this
the
guy
Fortune
is fucking
resolves, I can draw
everything.
a whole new 7 cards, but one
Holy
of them is gonna
shit.
be Fierce Guardianship.
One of them is
And I
the
hear that card is
counter
pretty good.
spell.
Now,
One of them
even
is
if
the
one of us does
counters.
draw an answer,
This guy's a
Fierce
fucking
Guardianship is
Gandalf.
back
Dude,
in
I would be
the
so
base.
pissed.
I don't
I'd be
see how
like,
this wheel
fuck you,
could've
get
gone
out of
more
here.
wrong.
And then
Take your
we draw
firm
this card
handshake and go
then we
fist
draw 7
yourself.
cards. When my commander
goddamn
goes
counter
into my graveyard,
spells.
I'm gonna put it into the command zone.
Jeez.
This was horrible.
And then I'm going to tap 1 and sacrifice 2 treasures.
It's an
for 2
asshole,
more red,
right?
And cast Dwarven Blood Boiler.
Snecked off. I know,
Actually,
right?
that's really good in your deck.
This is one of the best
Right, tap an untapped dwarf you control. Target creature gets +2/+0.
cards in my deck. It synergizes so well with my commander. It lets me tap dwarves at instant speed. And when that
And that is whenever a dwarf becomes tapped. Yeah.
happens, I get a treasure token. Even though Jacob's board is absolutely terrifying, I'm feeling
nice.
really good about my position.
Kinda nice.
Good combo piece out, and I'm ready to start generating value, and hopefully I can beat him with some of my huge creatures. And then I will pass the turn to you, Josh.
All right, I will untap.
And all 3
my
combos will
God.
trigger, and I will create 3 more coils.
So stupid.
Yes, 3 more serpents.
Friends,
So you have how many now?
I have 8.
8. Oh my god.
That's bad.
Then I will go to my draw step. Okay, well.
Before
I didn't
you draw,
that board right.
let me
the
tap
first thing I'm gonna
all
do is I'm
7
gonna
of
do
your
combat.
lands.
For combat, I'm going to sacrifice a coil and tap down your Anthem Mutiny.
Oh
because I
my
do not want
God.
that thing dying.
Yeah, I was afraid you were gonna do that.
Yep.
Phyrexian. Wait. Trianiform? Trianiform? What is this? Dice create 3/3/3 colorless golem artifact creature tokens on. Oh, what the fuck is an encore? Core 12. This means exile this card from your graveyard for each opponent. For each opponent, create a copy or create a token copy that attacks that opponent this turn. If able, they gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. Interesting.
So he taps down the Mutineer, which means I can't attack with it, which means nobody can block it, which means it won't die. Which means I can't encore it, which means I can't kill 3 comas. Everything's fine. It's totally fine. It's going great.
Man, that coma ability is just really low-key awesome.
High key, really.
definitely
it's very brutal. You know, when I
High
picked
key,
him
really.
up, I knew he was going to be good, but I was not expecting the tap down ability to be
Dude.
this good. That's like the main thing I can do is shut down my opponents. I was kind of just banking on cranking out a ton of tokens.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna pay 2.
I would love to
and
be
I'm
on
gonna play
Command Zone.
Phantasmal Image.
That shit would be so much fun.
Oh, shoot.
So I'm gonna copy the Anthem Mutineer, which means when it ETBs, I get to exile something that's not a salamander. I'm gonna target the original Sakashima that's a coma.
Yikes.
Ooh, this is great. Jacob has a counterspell that deals with non-creature spells, but this is a creature-based way of getting rid of one of those comas. It doesn't solve the whole problem, but we're getting there.
It's one of them.
So that'll exile Sakashima that's a coma.
Bummer.
but you'll get a 4/3 salamander.
One day. Give me like 3 years and I'll be on this show.
Okay, well, 2
they'll
is
just
better
have
than
to
3, but as
learn
long as
how to
Jacob has
utilize the
one Puma
bleep
on
thing.
The board, he can still tap down my squirrel.
You have to sit
so
there
this
every
isn't
time
a
they kill
whole
something.
lot
I'd be like, mother.
You know what? I'm still getting 6 power on the board every single upkeep. I'm not feeling too bad.
And then I wish I had something else cool
You know?
I can do, but I really don't.
And that's what the whole episode will sound like.
Okay, here we go. Squirrel deck. I will untap.
And on your upkeep, I won't get 3 coils. Unfortunately, I'll get 2.
All right.
Okay.
Did you draw 7 new cards? Got anything cool?
Unfortunately, in the top 7 cards, I did not find a permanent with CMC5.
watch that
I will use
episode.
my In Search of Greatness to scry.
14-minute
and I
episode
want
of
you to put that card in
Stratocaст
the
Fall the
box.
Thrand and everyone
And I will go through.
screams.
All right.
Be like,
well, I will
rest
go
in
to
peace.
combat.
Everyone's like,
For combat, I will sacrifice
fuck.
a coil and tap down your commander. Devastating.
So at this point, I'm looking
Isn't
at
land
Jacob's board
destruction,
and I'm
like,
thinking,
taboo,
okay,
though,
am I
in
just
Commander?
dead next turn? I don't have the blockers to support this. Luckily, I
feel
did
like
draw
everyone would hate me,
something
and
that
it would be
help.
great.
Well, that's bad. Good thing I did draw a pretty sweet card. Hopefully, it'll keep me alive. I will cast Avenger of Zendikar.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it
Yes,
is.
yeah.
5.
It's not the best
What up,
Avenger
Jarvis?
card I've ever seen.
It's
Wait, what is this? When it enters battlefield, create a 0/1 green plant creature you control for each land you control. Landfall. Whenever a land enters battlefield in your control, you make blah blah blah
an
blah.
act
Cool.
of desperation.
Yep,
I
yep.
think is what you would call it.
This is
It's
a
a pretty
really
nice
great
card.
card in a lot of circumstances, but we need to deal with Jacob's board state,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like Rachel's just building hers up to defend against it.
I was thinking that another round around the table, I was gonna have enough tokens to really take some people out, but now it's just so many blockers. This is kind of annoying.
Unfortunately, I did not draw a land.
Even with the Wheel of Fortune?
This is the worst time to miss a land
Even
drop
with the Wheel of
after
Fortune?
Avenger of Zendikar,
Draw
but also
7
I have all
cards,
these
didn't
cards
get
in
a
my hand
land?
that I need to cast.
Oil and
I just
Aspirin
feel
are
like
good
I'm
LDs too.
miles behind at this point.
I just want
This is
the-
a little disappointing. That's all I
The
got. I will
acid
pass to
noodle
you,
boy.
Jacob.
What is that
I
thing
will
called?
untap on my upkeep,
Acidic-
combo trigger,
acidic
both of them,
slime?
and I will get 2 more coils.
So we've got 10
I just wanted-
serpents now, 2 comas and a salamander.
Yes.
Whatever.
30,
Oozy boy.
42, 46 power.
All right, I know that I'm kind
all
of
I
the most
wanna do.
scary player at the table, and
Shuffler's
I don't wanna
fucked.
do 3v1
Shuffler's
or
rigged.
2v1. I think I have a better chance of winning. So I'm just gonna take out the only player I can. I will tap 2 for another foretell card.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna use one of my foretell cards.
Okay.
I'm going
It's
to
gonna be
tap
saw
one,
it coming, isn't it?
and it is depart the
Take an
realm.
extra turn?
Oh.
Oh.
And I'm gonna bounce the rhyme into your hand.
Okay. In response, I will tap it, and I will untap the Rimewood Falls.
Okay.
And then it will
It would have been sweet if he took an extra turn. Yeah.
to my hand.
I would have been like, ooh.
Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. The fact that he's bouncing my thing is indicative of the
He's
fact
gotta
that
take
probably
extra
gonna get rid of
turns.
the rest of my blockers or go around him. And we know he has that fierce guardianship,
Venture,
which is basically going to counter
Pesa,
any way I would have to stay
New
alive.
Noodle.
I'm getting taken out this turn.
And before
New
combat,
artifact that makes
I'm going to
everything
sacrifice 2
shapeshifters.
coils and tap
Tap
that
everything on upkeep.
Okay. So
Wait,
Ice Wing
Avenger.
Claw
What does the
gets tapped,
Avenger do?
But Phantasmal Image, actually I have to sacrifice it because of its downside.
Okay.
So it will die.
Oh no, if Jacob takes out Josh right now, that's gonna be a huge blow to Rachel and me. Josh's colors have a ton of interaction, and we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Green big boy.
This is
Deep-
really
oh,
bad.
yeah.
All right, I'm actually just gonna
Oh,
swing
yeah.
out
Yeah.
everything at you, Josh.
Yikes.
That's 40 damage.
Okay, so
Holy
this is
shit.
definitely enough stuff to take me out. I have no blockers. This is pretty frustrating because I do have a way to save myself, but I know that Jacob has that counter spell. However, if I can get that Fierce Guardianship out of his hand, well, at least that kind of helps Rachel and Jimmy, even if I don't survive.
Okay, well, this is not going to work, but I should
Settle
probably
the
make use of
wreckage.
That card at least. I'm gonna tap 5, and I'm gonna play Mystic Confluence,
Oh.
and I'm gonna choose for all 3 modes, return target creature to its owner's hand. So I'm gonna target Coma, and one of the serpents.
Fierce Guardianship.
Right, we knew it was there.
I wish I could keep my Fierce Guardianship to use against Rachel and Jimmy, but I guess he has to go out swinging.
Okay, so Mystic Confluence gets countered, and that will leave me dead.
That's a lot of damage. That's fucked.
And then I die to a bunch of serpents.
Now
Kinda
it
annoys
sounds
me
great.
that she doesn't
Me,
have
Jimmy,
the
Rachel.
Theros.
But I'm really feeling
Doesn't have the Theros
I'm
Forest?
still making tokens. They haven't been able to stop me.
Oh.
And yeah, if they had
Like all
answers,
the
I
other,
would've used them
because
by
the
now.
other
So I
ones
think
all
I'm
have
gonna ride
lands.
my army
And it
circle
could.
since
Okay, at the very least, we got that counterspell out of Jacob's hand. It's just one less thing to worry about. But I don't know if you've seen his board state. It's all things we have to worry about.
I
We
spit
trash
all over
gone,
myself,
those are our
chat.
best hope of
I
answering.
hissed all over
Give me
myself.
the red, I'm in green. Those colors
Death by
just don't handle
snack.
indestructible creatures.
I'm a
I don't know what we're
snack.
You
I'm a
have a lot more mana, you
slurry
have 6 mana left.
snack.
I'm actually gonna
I'm a
pass.
snack.
Okay, so at the
Does
end
anyone know
step,
the reference?
I'm going to tap the remainder of my board using the Dwarven Blood Boiler. Doesn't matter what I target here.
Sure.
My commander will trigger, so that's gonna give me 3 treasure.
Well, that is
Pretty good.
Nice.
Okay, I will untap.
On your upkeep, both my combers are gonna trigger again. But with those triggers on the stack, I'm gonna play my other foretell card, which is Mystic Reflection.
Oh, this is a brand new.
Choose target non-legendary creature. Next time one or more creature or planeswalkers enter the battlefield this turn, they enter as copies of the chosen. Holy shit. And they have the oh my god. Oh my
New card from Kaldheim, and it's really interesting because this has great synergy with Jacob's deck. He knows he's going to be making tokens
That's so
all the time,
fucked.
and now he can switch it to
That's
something
so
else that's really
fucked.
powerful on the board. So nice play.
Like the coma.
And now one of my Coma's coils is gonna come as a copy of Avengers Zendikar.
Oh, or that. That also makes sense.
And it only copies the next creature that comes in, so the other creature's just a 3/3 serpent.
How many lands do you have?
I have 7.
Wow.
So I'll make 7 plant tokens.
Your Avenger's better than mine.
See, this is perfect. Yeah, Rachel's got a
He's
lot of
like-
blockers, but the answer for a lot of blockers
He's like, mine's
is just
bigger.
more attackers.
So my only hope of getting rid of these comas is just getting rid of Jacob. And now that he has all these blockers, he has more plants than I do, the hole's just getting deeper and deeper. I just don't see how I'm getting through on the ground.
Jacob going ham over here.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's
Now
brutal.
I will go to my draw step and draw.
That's a
turn.
good- that's a
okay,
good
well, I guess I
deck.
should still see what I
You
can
just stop taking
start
like a
things off.
monster.
I'm going to pay 1 and use my Vault Robber. Now exile a Steel Hellcat from my graveyard
And it became tapped.
and create a treasure token. I actually get 2 because
Yeah.
of that.
And sacrifice 5.
Nice.
Let's go.
Because I don't actually know what can do anything, I'm going to activate Magda and sacrifice 5 treasures. And I'll search for a dragon or an artifact and see if anything can save our lives right now.
Get that
I'm
one
looking through my
artifact
deck
that
right now,
exiles
and there is just
everything.
nothing good for me.
It's
to
like
find.
pay
If I
7,
bring out a huge
exile
creature,
everything.
Jacob just taps it down and I can't swing with it. If I can find a way to maybe kill Jacob's commander, he can just make it indestructible. I'm really left with not many options. I think this means I gotta get creative. Okay, I'm going to find Lithoform Engine.
Let's go. It's a good card.
Put
It's a
down the
good card.
battlefield. I don't know if it's gonna do
You
anything,
take those?
but it's a start.
I don't know if I like this Lithoform Engine. It's not a really big creature, which I can deal with easier. This is a tricky card. He has
Card's
some
amazing.
kind of plan. I don't know what he's going for, and it makes me kind of worried.
And then
Best
I'm
card.
going to play a Bloodstained Mire, which I'll immediately crack.
And copy
Another
that
Snowcovered
trigger.
Mountain. Put on the
Get
battlefield.
2 lands.
And I'll lose a life and go to 38. Okay, I will go to combat.
All right, before combat, I will
Nope.
sacrifice 1 serpent. Going
It did
7,
not.
and
He did
I
not
will
copy
tap
it.
down your Gap.
Get 2 lands.
You get stepped down. And then my second main phase, I'll play a Mind Stone. And that's gonna
Pog.
be it for me. Pass turn. I'm not feeling great at the end of my turn.
Should've tapped the
I have a
Lithoform.
really high life total and a great value engine going, but Jacob's board just kind of shuts it all down. His commander is so powerful and works
He could
really well
probably
against my
still do
strategy.
it.
That leaves it up to Rachel. I'm really, really hoping she can find some way to get us out of this mess.
What up, Memphis?
Tap.
And during your upkeep, I will get 2 Coma triggers and get 2 Coma coils.
I also have an upkeep trigger.
Just board
I
wiped
do
5
not
head.
have a permanent 8 CRMC in my hand, so I will scry instead. Well, I don't want that, so I'll put it on the bottom.
Okay.
And I will draw for turn. So my biggest problem in this game is that Jacob can just tap down my squirrel, but on this turn, I draw something that might make a difference. Okay, first I'm gonna cast Canopy Cover, and I'll target Toski.
Oh,
General creature can't be blocked with creatures except flying or reach. Nice. Can't be the target of spells or abilities.
Sweet.
this is the perfect card in Rachel's deck. It gives her
In
commander
response,
evasion,
tap that
as
bitch
well as
down.
stops Jacob from targeting it with his commander. So after this turn, she's gonna finally be able to swing with it. If we can just hold him for 1 more turn, maybe Rachel can do enough damage to kill him.
In response, I'm going to sack a serpent and tap down your Toski.
Yep.
Okay, canopy cover still attaches, but now it's tapped.
This is really scary because from here on out, I won't be able to tap down her commander. I don't
pretty
have
good.
any enchantment removal in my hand, so I think the next thing I gotta do is just player removal. And looking at her board, she has a lot of blockers, but I think I have enough serpents
no.
to take her out.
Oh
That
no.
will trigger my Verduran Enchantress, so I will draw a card.
All right. Well, that's
Play
just
land,
next
pump
turn.
everything
Next
up.
turn, we're doing something. Okay, I will then cast Nature's Lore, and I'll find a snow-covered
So look
forest
for a forest.
and put it into play.
Okay.
That's gonna trigger my Avenger
That's a good
Zendikar,
card.
and all my plants will get a +1/+1 counter.
So they're all 1/2s now.
I'm doing what I can.
Yeah.
Play a land for turn.
I did not draw a land.
He's like, that's cute. They're 1/2s.
Okay, and then I will cast Beacon of Creation.
Wow.
I will put a
That was
1/1
tight.
insect creature token into play for each forest I control.
How many forests do you have?
I have 6.
Yeah, the animations are fucking sweet.
And then the beacon will shuffle into my library.
All right, she's got chump blockers.
Beacons are
There's a
lit.
lot of stuff over there.
So now I'm feeling a little bit
Lit as
safer
fuck.
behind my wall of
Imagine
tokens.
Arena
They're
having
not
those.
very big, but there are a lot of them. So maybe
So
it means
get loud
Jacob
as
can't take
fuck
me
sound
out this
effects.
turn. And if I
We have-
untap
we
with
have
my
some
squirrel
awesome-
and he can't target it,
There's
we
some
might have a
awesome
game.
ones.
This is really bad because
Star of
now
Extinction one's pretty
she has her
sick.
blockers that I can't kill her. If she gets another turn, she might be able to pump up her commander to kill me.
And then I will pass the turn to Jacob.
Okay, I will untap. Both of my comas will trigger.
It
and I get
hurt.
2 more serpents.
So
Welcome
now
to
you have
Sodium
11
City.
serpents,
Thanks so much
a
for the follow. I
salamander,
appreciate
2
it.
comas, an Avengers Zendikar, and
The
7
giant board
plants.
wipe as well.
problem.
Is that all? Although you've got 5,
Yeah, I was gonna say you.
Yeah.
5 plants, 6
That's
insects,
true.
an Avenger of Zendikar,
The
an Enchantress,
Fister.
a Manadork, and a big Voltron
Yeah.
Toski.
So Rachel's got a million blockers.
Mana
I can't
Betrayal
take her
animation
out,
is still
but
one of the
I'm
best.
Starting to look at Jimmy.
I don't know
trying
if
to
I
see
remember
can-
that one.
The problem is if I use all my resources to kill Jimmy, Rachel could probably just kill me on the crackback. So now I'm in a really tough spot because now I feel like I can't do anything. All right, for my land per turn, I will play a Myriad Landscape.
Yep.
Comes in tapped, unfortunately. And that will trigger my Avenger Zendikar. And that will put a +1/+1
Got the
counter on
claw.
my plants.
So they're all
Nice.
1/2s now?
Okay, I don't think I have any good attacks. I'm worried about the crackback, so I'm just gonna pass.
I know what
to-
you should do after this
Oh
video,
my
Strainer.
goodness.
Wow.
Wow.
I haven't-
It seems like
well, I have a
Jacob
deck that I was
might be
playing,
out of
but
gas here. I mean,
we'll
he's
see.
still making serpents every turn, but maybe we can do something about this coma problem after all.
So my plan is to survive to the next turn, pump up my plant tokens, and swing all out. A turn ago, I felt like I was in a really good position, and now it really feels like this is slipping away.
Wow, both stabilized here.
Ooh, yeah, that could be bad.
Okay, I guess at the end of your turn, I will pay 1 and crack my Mind Stone to draw a card. Okay, so I'm gonna use my Dwarven Blood Boiler to tap down all of my creatures to give me 4 treasures.
Ooh, and then
Okay, Jimmy,
copying
before
that.
you get the treasures, I'm going to sacrifice a serpent. Tap down your magnet, so her activated abilities can't be activated this turn.
Oh,
That is cool.
So I have been using Coma to tap down creatures, but this time I'm using it to stop
Brutal.
Magnet's ability. I know he
Brutal.
can activate the ability on his turn, but I don't really want Jimmy getting anything out on my end step because it kind of just gives it pseudo haste.
ah, bummer. Okay, that's fine. In that case, I'm also going to tap 2 and use my Lethal Form engine to copy the triggered ability, and so I'll get 1 extra treasure. So I'm gonna have 5 treasures from this. And then finally,
fucking love
I'm
Lethal
going
Form
to
engine.
activate my treasure cove, sacrifice a treasure, and draw a card.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'm going to untap.
During your upkeep, I have 2 Coma triggers and we'll get 2 Coma coils.
Okay, I will go to my draw step, and I will draw a card for turn. I'll tap 3 mana, and I'll cast 1,000-Year Elixir.
Sure.
I'm trying to always untap and tap my creatures in this deck, and this is an amazing card for it, but Jacob's deck is just shutting everyone down right now, so I'm just kind of spinning my wheels.
Not anymore.
Then I will tap a red and
He needs to
cycle
overload a
Forgotten
Cyclonic
Cave.
Rift.
Draw a card. I will tap
I don't know
1,
what that is.
cast a Springleaf Drum.
Sure. That taps dwarves.
It does.
Untap
You got a lot
creature
of ways to tap
control.
your dwarf.
A lot of dwarf
Really
tap.
just 2,
Yeah.
I guess. Feels like a lot.
And then I don't think I can do anything but go to combat.
In response, I will activate Coma's
Turn target
ability,
non-land
sacrifice
permanent
a
you don't
Coma
control to
coil,
its owner's hand.
and tap down your Gadget.
Okay, And then I'm going to pay 1 mana and use the 1,000-year elixir to untap Gadrick.
I will then activate my coma, sacrificing Coma Coil, and tapping down your Gadget again.
He's just getting a workout in.
Yeah.
And then with that, I will just pass the turn to you, Rachel.
Okay,
Ooh.
I'll untap
But
all my
now
stuff.
we can
I was really
activate
hoping that Jimmy
all
could
of
do
his
some
treasures.
damage to Jacob this turn, because that gives me a chance to take him out in one
For
swing.
freezies.
But with his life total as high as it is, it's gonna look like a bit of a long shot.
And on your upkeep, both comas are triggered, and I will get
Beforehand.
2 Coma Coils.
I also have an In Search of Greatness trigger. Nope. I will scry that to the bottom again.
Not bad.
I don't know if I
And I'll
agree
go
with
for
that.
turn.
Okay.
And then
I would've done-
I'm gonna cast.
I would have sacrificed the 5 treasures and copied that trigger before those coma coils came into play, so we can't just sacrifice them and do the same shit again. You can do it every fucking
Citizen
turn.
Training, targeting Toski. I will draw a card, and then because of my Enchantress, I will draw another.
That was like his best option to
so
do
Toski
it.
is now an 8/7.
That is not good for
The only
anybody.
thing I'm worried about is can she get her commander to up to 21 damage? Because I have no answers to that thing. It basically has hexproof, and I have no flyers. I don't know if I'm gonna die here or if I'm gonna live.
I'm looking at the cards in my hand, and I'm doing all the math.
True love.
Looks like at most I can do 18 commander damage.
What
to
up, Mr.
Jacob
Allen?
this turn, which is not.
What's going on,
enough to
True Love?
take him
Thank you
out.
so much.
So I'm just gonna do some damage.
Actual
try and
cards?
draw
I
some
know.
cards, and maybe survive and take him out next turn. Okay.
It's game nights, man.
I will go to
Once a
combat.
month.
Okay.
Jacob, I will attack you in the air for 8.
All right. I have no flyers, so I will take 8.
Fog.
That is 8
Got him.
commander damage.
Might matter.
Oh, I was really hoping Rachel was gonna find a way to kill Jacob this turn, but looking at her board state, it looks like she's just putting her defenses up. My hope is just that these two players keep looking at each other
900,000
because their
Fortnite
board states
streamers,
are
Pog.
so big that they just kind of let me do my thing.
When Toski deals combat damage, I get to draw a card.
May it be a land.
It is not a land.
Whoa!
Wow, that's pretty nuts.
Well, this is a good card, so it's fine. And then I will cast Vigor.
Oh,
Bro, GG.
What? Damage will be dealt to another creature you control. Prevent that damage for +1/+1 counter on that creature. For each damage prevented this way, would Vigor enter its graveyard from anywhere.
I cast the Vigor because it makes me super scary to attack. It prevents all damage to my blockers, and it makes them super big. So if I can survive the next 2 turns, I have a chance to win this game.
This is so bad because now if I
Yeah.
attack her and she
He's
lives,
fucked.
her creatures are gonna be
He's
so
fucked.
huge that I won't be able
Yeah, enjoy your emotes, everyone. We have awesome land destruction
to deal with it. Me or
and
Jen.
no math emotes.
She is now our enemy.
Never went to
Right.
school.
Don't look
Yeah.
at me. Look at her. She's got vigor.
Well, that's all I can do, so I will
Yeah.
pass to you, Jacob. And I have 8
My
cards
parents
in my
were mono
hand,
blue
so we'll discard
players,
a Boreal
so-
Druid.
All right. I
People
will
hope their kids
untap,
never learn to read.
2 coma triggers, and I will get
Thus
2
me.
more coma coils, and I will draw. All right, so I'm going to tap 2 and crack.
I want to make your Fortell deck Orzhov.
Now we'll get 2
Hey,
more lands.
Telstar, there's like
And those will come into play. Tap.
there's so
then
many
when my
things I
land
want to
turn
do with
hits my
that with that
There's 3
Fortell
lands entering the
concept.
battlefield, so my
There's
Avengers
so
and
many
card triggers
bad
3
/
times.
good ideas with
So
it.
all my plants are 4/5s now.
So if you have, like you said, you want to make it into Orzhov, but what specifically or why specifically Orzhov? I'm interested. I'm interested to know your thought process. Because I need bad ideas. I like bad ideas. Strider has the best content and the best gen content. That's like a 2-in-1. Aw, bitch. Thank you, True Love. I appreciate it. Revenge, of course. I see. That was one of the things, Jarvis. 3 CMC Revenge, turn 4. It would be 4 CMC. The white curse, yeah. The black curse is awesome, but the white curse, it would be sweet. Because that would only be 6 mana instead of 8. But oh my god. I mean, Doomscar's already there, yeah. No one blows up lands better. Yeah.
Wow. So that was 21 power that just got put out. Okay.
Jesus fuck, dude.
So when that vigor hit the battlefield, it looked pretty bleak, but I'm counting her creatures and the number of creatures I have, and I think I can take her out. I'm going.
Wait, what? Can you? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see me. How many creatures does he have? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't tell how many common things he
It
has.
looks pretty bleak, but I'm counting her creatures.
The new
and the
Kaya,
number of creatures
true.
I have, and I think I can take her out. I'm going to go to combat.
Yeah?
And I'm going to swing everything at you, Miss Rachel.
Ooh.
Except these two serpents. They have summoning signals.
Yeah,
This is
and in
scary because
response
there's
to
so many
all
creatures on the
blockers, sack
battlefield.
one of
There's
those
one
serpents
tiny
and tap down the
miscalculation,
vigor.
I could lose. So I'm
Tap the
just
vigor.
really hoping this is 100% enough to take her out.
Tap down
I will
2
for
blockers.
surely die on the crackback.
How many creatures total is that?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 23.
Oh, that's so many. I did not do the math.
So how many blockers do you have, Rachel?
1, 2,
No
3,
math.
4, 5, 6.
Can I get-
plus
can I get
6
some no
is
math
12,
emotes in
plus 2
chat?
is 14. So he has 23 attackers, and I have 14 blockers. Which
I need
means
some no math
even if
emotes.
I block the biggest thing on his board, I'm still gonna take enough damage to die. But maybe I can take some creatures out on the way, help Jimmy out a little bit. So even if I block the biggest creatures on the board, I will still die. So I think I'm just gonna do some damage.
Before you declare blocks, I have a Dwarven Blood Boiler, and I can target your creatures. So I have 5 dwarves that can
True.
give 5 +2/+0 triggers to different creatures.
Oh gosh.
Out of the goodness of my heart, I'm gonna start targeting Rachel's creatures and give them a little bit of a buff, so maybe they can trade with Jacob's. Maybe
See?
they'll have a better chance
And the
to
ones
survive.
that he targets,
Okay,
those
Jimmy,
are the
can you do my
ones.
plants +2/+0.
Yes, I can do that for all 5 of them, actually. So I will use Dwarven
They
Blood
did
Boilers.
it. They did it before they declared blockers. That's perfect because you're like, oh, in response, let me just sacrifice these 2.
Ability, tap
Boom,
down
boom,
all
boom,
of my
boom, boom,
dwarves,
boom, boom,
and
boom,
give
boom,
+2/+0 to each of your
You
planes.
can't. You're not a sub.
So all
There
my
can only
plants
be
are
one Dom
3/2s.
here, Taco
It'll also
Pizza,
get 5
and that's
triggers
me.
because Magda.
Apologize.
Not bad.
You will forever
so
be
I'm
a sub.
obviously gonna block the 14 biggest creatures, and that will still leave 27 damage coming through, so I know I will be knocked out. But Vigor will block your Avenger of Zendikar, so Avenger of Zendikar will die. My Avenger of Zendikar will block one of your plant tokens,
But I like being-
so that plant will die. My plants will
You like
trade
taking
with 4
turns?
serpents and
That's
the
fair.
salamander. And the only thing I have left is chumping.
So Jimmy starts
Striders
tapping his
are
dwarves,
so
making treasures,
bitch.
and pumping up Rachel's creatures so that they'll trade with mine. I need as many creatures as I can to push through Jimmy's blockers and kill him. Luckily, I have a way that all my creatures
What's the emote name? Which one?
before damage.
Oh no, what?
Uh-oh.
I am gonna tap 2,
Uh-oh.
and because I love my creatures so much, I'm gonna play Heroic Intervention.
Oh,
Gosh, none of it mattered!
The important part here is indestructible.
that's fucked.
Now I'm gonna
Oh,
have my full
eggplant?
board. It's down to me and Jimmy. One-on-one.
Just Omega
all
while
your
eating
stuff
an
lives?
eggplant?
All my
Yeah.
stuff lives.
Had it the whole time.
Indestructible.
Wow, so all of that attacking and blocking and math
This
was
deck
for
is so.
nothing. Rachel's gonna die.
Yes,
Jacob
no
keeps his
math.
entire
No
board,
math.
and
We
I'm
said
pretty
it like
sure it's
20
lights out
minutes
for me.
Well,
ago.
none
We
of my
said
creatures
no math.
take damage because
You
of
didn't
Vigor,
even
but it doesn't
fucking
matter
listen to
because
us.
I do.
We had
Then I
like 5
die
people in chat
to
that
a
said no math.
bunch
Come on.
of Coma's coils.
I mean, I don't want to say feels hentai, man,
All right,
but
so I can't do anything else. So
feels
Jimmy,
hentai.
it's turn to you. Now it's down to me and Jimmy 1v1, and I think I got this. Worst case scenario, I can just tap down Jimmy's creatures, and when
So
it's back to
many
my turn,
noodles.
I can have more than enough attackers to take him out.
I'm looking at my board and I'm looking at Jacob's, and I don't think I have any way out of this. My best
the
option might just be
serpents.
to use my commander as much as possible and maybe find a way to piece something together.
like,
Okay, great. At the end of your turn,
the bunch
I'm
of
gonna just
noodles,
see what
more
kind of
at
crazy stuff I can
6.
get, I guess. I have 10 treasures, so that means I can activate Magnet twice. And then I'm going to use my lithoform engine to copy
Oh,
the
fucking
activated
shit.
token. So I'm actually going to search for 3 dragons
This is not good.
and put them onto the battlefield.
Okay.
I can't really stop him from activating Magnet.
Why-
this
why
many
not
times, but
Zoidberg?
anything he plays out, I can
fair.
just tap down with Coma. Not feeling too scared.
If you didn't have 12 serpents, I don't know. But I don't know what a red deck can do about this.
Yeah.
So I'm searching through my deck, and all of a sudden I see a card that looks a lot better than it did a couple of turns ago.
Ugin.
Wait a minute. If I can bring out the right combination of things to the table right now, I might actually have the game. But
have to
Jacob's had an answer for
Fucking.
every single
Why
thing
are you
that's
not
happened so far.
sacrificing your
If he
shit
stops
for that
even one part of
lithoform
this,
engine?
it's
What are you
over.
doing? What are
Okay,
you doing?
so I've got 3 triggers of Magda on the stack. I found 3 things, and the first is Terror of the Peaks.
It's pretty good.
Oh no.
Sweet.
Not bad.
This card needs to enter the battlefield first because my other 2 cards are gonna trigger its
Because-
ability. Thanks to Rachel's attack on her turn, Jacob is now at 20 life.
Wait, suppose your opponent's cast that target Terror of the Peaks? Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
all I have to do to be able to take him out.
Ugh, this is so bad. The game's slipping from my grasp. Coma can negate activated abilities, but Terror of the Peaks is
not
a
passive abilities.
triggered ability,
Yeah.
which Coma cannot touch. So now if he plays 20 power worth of stuff in the next 2 cards, I'm done for. So I'm really hoping that he doesn't quite have it.
The first
More
card I'm
production
gonna put
goes
down
into these
is
videos than
Phyrexian
MTGA
Triniform,
itself. Yeah.
Oh my god.
which is a 9/9.
Oh my god. All right.
That's gonna deal 9 damage to you.
I can't do anything about that.
Jeez. And then the second card is a Blightsteel Colossus.
Oh, which is an 11/11?
That's 11 damage to your face.
Yeah.
So good.
And then I died to Terror of the Peaks, throwing a Blightsteel Colossus at my face.
Wow.
Good game. Good
That was a good game.
Exacxies. That was a fucking
With
crazy
that,
game.
I cash in all my treasures and I win the game.
This is like the first time he's ever won.
This game was awesome. I know I was kind of arch enemy for a long time.
Red deck wins again? I know,
That was a
right?
wild ride. There was a lot of points where I really felt like I could win.
I think it's the first time I've ever seen him win.
I'm really impressed with Magda. It ramped well, and it drew well, and it tutored well. I'm excited to see what Commander looks like post-call.
I'm mono
This set
red.
is
Here's
the
all
most
this
metal set
colorless
Magic
shit.
has ever made. You've got new
Debate it.
snow-covered lands, snow-covered dual lands.
I love the
It's
Norse
so
mythology
true.
motif, plus the showcase cards, the Viking.
Yeah, the
theme
showcase
around
cards.
them, and the
This
art.
shit's so sweet. But yes, if you haven't already, these people make the best Commander content hands down. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe to them. Do you do a Brawl Day? I don't, because it's only 2-player, and that doesn't excite me. Yo, what up, YouTube? Yeah, we going here, Strider. Come on. You didn't really think that I was that type of person, did you? Thank you everyone so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you were even a little bit entertained by this video, please make sure to let me know down below. And if you have anything that you would like to see next, go ahead and leave that there too. And make sure to check out my live stream 5 days a week, every day except Sunday and Thursday. Stream times down below.